Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakadash.
The inevitable destruction and downfall of America, which you see the downfall now, will lead to destruction. Okay? Now, obviously, you've got a lot going on in the news, and we're just going to start off with the scriptures. What the scriptures talk.
You go, get on 2 Ezra 15.
Oh, the second Esdras, chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
Right, and the Lord, that's what he's done. He's put the words of prophecy in our mouths. Okay, when you look at, you see men around the earth teaching his word. All right, that's the Lord putting prophecy in our mouths. And we're able to break down these scriptures. All right, we're able to receive the secrets of the Most High. And we're able to go into this book and teach the correct way, the 100% truth, and break it down to, whoever the elect may be. All right? The Lord said he's going to put these words of prophecy in our mouths. Go ahead.
He said, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Right, so we got to understand that these words that were written, okay, because we grew up, right? We grew up looking, going to church, looking at the book, not really understanding what it was about, You would actually have a Bible sitting on your table at your mom's house. It'd be open to like one of the Psalms, but nobody ever read it. Nobody ever broke it down to you. Nobody ever truly showed you what it was about. But when we came into this knowledge, we started to realize how these words are faithful and true, how it relates to us, how it relates to our story, our forefathers, who our power is, and most importantly, what will happen in these latter times. Because if we didn't have these scriptures, we would be out here just butt naked and lost, not understanding.
Say, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability to thy time,
Right.
and the strength of salvation.
Yeah.
We would be on social media talking about what a tyrant Mr. Biden is, man. Instead of spiritual understanding what the hell is really going on. These people, they're just being taken for the ride, man. They're really, the hopeful elect, man. We were talking about this. I don't want to use the wrong term. Passports since fucking April of last year, man.
Say, fear not the imaginations. Oh, fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
Right, because we're going to have people that come out and speak against us because of the message that we teach. The message this message of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai is not with this present world. This message speaks out against this world. So if you come in with this message, you're going to have people looking at, oh, they crazy, they bugging out, they be on the corner with Bibles teaching. They're going to talk all types of crazy shit about you, but we gotta, it's all right, all right, yeah, we crazy, whatever. But we got the truth though.
Yeah, and now, but see now, because I got a lot of my friends that come up to me and they're like, yo, that shit you saying.
Right, they start to see it.
So they starting to believe like, yo, everything you were saying was right. Yeah. But the thing, like one of my friends texted me, he was like, it's time to get ready to be a warrior, get ready for war. Like you gonna go to war against Esau. But see, the thing they don't understand, the thing they can't receive, they believe there's the mark of the beast and all that stuff. But they don't believe that that the Lord is going to deliver us. They don't got the faith to believe that, because they think they're gonna use guns. Paul said they're gonna change the world.
They're in the carnal mindset.
Yeah, he
be
said
carnal minded is death.
Yep. He said the weapons of our warfare
are not carnal.
Yep. We gonna trust in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to deliver us.
Well, the scriptures tell us that Esau was blessed with the sword and the fatness of the earth. That's why he has the strongest military. That's why he's able to police the world, because that was his blessing in the book of Genesis. When Esau cried after his blessing, after Jacob got the birthright, which is the kingdom, all right, then Isaac, blessed him with the fatness of the earth, and he said the sword. So there's a reason why. So you can't fight Esau. You got Jake's trying to take up arms. The Lord will have Esau destroy you, man, because his blessing was the sword. So go ahead.
He say, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Yeah, and that's basically straight into the point, because you have a lot of unfaithful individuals out here who really don't trust in the Most High. They don't believe in Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
And that's one thing you have to understand. That's really going to take place. All right, and that's when it's going to be all out chaos out here. The Lord said the sword, famine, death, and destruction. So that means a lot of killing from the sword. All right, famines being a lack of food, a lack of products. All right, the sword, famine, death, meaning people. There's going to be war out here in the streets. Civil war within the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and Babylonians against Babylonians.
And these mandates are just gonna increase those shortages, man.
Oh, they said that because my wife, her sister works at Walmart. They said that the truckers is on strike at Walmart because they don't want to get the jab. So if the truckers ain't bringing in the foods, that means there ain't gonna be no foods in the stores. That means when you go to the store, there's gonna be a lot less food on the shelves.
I went to Tops this morning to get some stuff, and it was the B section. It was a whole space that was just empty.
Yep. So we're starting to see a little bit of food shortages. It's kind of starting to increase. But pretty soon, if the truckers go on strike, that's gonna be big, man, because they're the reason why you have foods in the grocery store. There's no truckers, there's no food, no water.
Right. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
Right, look at this place. Now, being in this truth for X amount of years, you can't tell me that there's anything righteous about America. This place is totally wicked, man. And if you speak out against wickedness and you're a person of a certain stature, they'll try to cancel you. They'll try to, they'll take money from you, try to cancel. If you have any shows or movies, they'll try to cancel you if you speak out about wickedness.
You can't say nothing.
You can't say shit.
You can't say nothing about Dwayne Wade, son.
Right. It's a go along, get along, man.
Magic Johnson's.
Right.
That's why really in this society it's just better to be a righteous man. We don't need the statutes of this society. Because ultimately the scriptures tell us that the elements are gonna melt with fervent heat anyway. So all them Hollywood superstars, all their mansions, all that's gonna melt with fervent heat when the missiles hit, man. This place is a temporary society. The Bible tells us that the things that are seen are temporal, but the things that are not seen are what? Eternal.
Right, and a natural man can't perceive that. A natural man thinks that he's going to try and change some shit by voting or by having strikes or by organizing protests online and shit. Mm-hmm. These are the prophecies. Okay, you can't stop these prophecies.
Right. Go ahead.
He said, therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as to touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
And you got so many people just gloating in wickedness, man. You can't watch a TV show without them gloating in wickedness. Every time you watch a new TV show, you sit down, oh yeah, I'm about to watch this, it's about to be good. Here come the alphabet people, right? They on the screen now. It's no escaping them. And not only that, we always bring that up because that's just the majority of what we see. But there's, wicked decrees in place. This devil wants to force you to get the juice. That's wicked in itself. He's now telling you if you certain employers, if you got 100 and more employers, that you're gonna have to get the juice, or else. That's why we have to be ready to take the stance and stand up for righteousness. Because like certain brothers was saying, you don't need your job, right? The Lord could set it up to where you can go find another job, man. You can't be in your feelings like, well, I don't want to lose my job. Well, the Lord can give you something else.
And the Lord gave you that job that you got.
Right, exactly. So, and it's gonna come a time where we're gonna have to resist the beast in his system. You can't just be going. That's how, if you one of those Israelites, you just going along with it, and you doing everything he wants you to do. The Lord's gonna destroy you.
You're gonna have a line that you're gonna have a line that you're gonna cross. It's like I read these stories like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. That's the big one. They had a line that they wasn't gonna cross.
Right.
You got Israelite leaders in this truth telling you to take that sauce. You're looking stupid now. You're falling right into the serpent's trap. But hey, that's why he's a serpent.
Yep. Go ahead.
It said, therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold,
Oh, the scriptures tell us in Ezekiel 33, if you warn the wicked and he hears you, you deliver his soul. And you deliver your soul. But if you warn the wicked from his wicked way, and he doesn't repent, the blood is off your hands and he's going to be destroyed. So the Lord said he's going to deliver that, that innocent blood.
behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter, and I will not suffer them to dwell in the land of Egypt.
Hey, look how he's setting it up with his dad, right? He's saying that Jacob need to get it. You need to get it, right? That's being led as a flock to the slaughter. You know, first it was something from overseas, and then you became the face of it. So now he's blaming you for all the things that's happening.
And the sauce don't even work, man.
It don't work.
They got people that got the sauce that are going to the hospital and they're spreading it to others.
Yep.
And then they got the move coming out.
Yep. It's a sauceless ingredient. It ain't got no taste. It's sauceless.
It's like spaghetti sauce without the garlic.
It is. You know what I'm saying?
And they turn families against each other too, because like a lot of our older family had got that. Like my mom called me like, my mom, she loved me, but she don't really call me like that. She called me and she's like, hey, how you doing? And she started saying like, you see them 7 teachers in Florida, and they wasn't vaccinated, and they all died, and they gave it to all the kids.
Yeah, they try to turn you against each other.
Yeah,
because Slocky, some of your family members that got the juice, they might not want to come around you.
Mm-hmm.
They might whisper to your other family members, "Oh, he ain't got the thing."
Scripture.
Go ahead. He ain't got the thing, so don't go near him.
49. I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? But I have a baptism to be baptized with. And how am I straitened till it be accomplished? Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division.
Because that's what everybody believes. Everybody in the churches, at least, they believe that when Yahweh Shai returns, who the world calls Jesus, that he's going to gather all the nations and give them one big hug. And then everybody going to float in the cloud and go up to heaven. That's what they teach you in the church. But Yahweh Shai said he's going to bring division. You know, the scriptures tell us he's going to separate the sheep from the goats. Right? And also, it tells you in Isaiah 66 and 16 that the slain of the Lord shall be many. Meaning what? The Lord's going to do a lot of killing when he returns. But it's also a balance to it because he's going to deliver as well. He's going to deliver his elect from the 4 winds. Go ahead. Unless you want to speak on that too.
No, there's more. For from henceforth there should be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3.
That's right. So your mom and your dad might be against, the children. The children might be these new school babies that watch the alternative news, and mommy and daddy up in there watching CNN all day, and they trying to tell their mom like, nah, but they old, so they ain't trying to hear it. Or it might be vice versa,
They're watching Anderson Cooper.
Hey, the kids could be watching the prophets of the Lord. And mommy and daddy watching CNN. They like, Mom, you an Israelite. You ain't supposed to be taking that. Oh, I'm African American. I watch Farrakhan. They all divided, man.
All right, boomer. That's what they would say. The father shall be divided against the son.
There you go.
And the son against the father.
That's right.
The mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother.
Yep.
The mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. There's a scripture in believe it was a Matthew, where it says, man's clothes shall be they of his own household.
And I felt like that when I first came into the knowledge, because my mom and my dad, they were saying I was following certain people. They told me I was in a cult, you know. But now my dad be like, "You still teaching?" He says those things to me, and I be giving him little jewels here and there. And some things he take, some things he don't. But once you've been in this thing for so long, and certain people start to see you rooted and grounded, they're like, "Oh, okay, well, you know, this is what he really does." You know, it wasn't just a phase. Because when we first came into this, we was catching heat from family members, people in our city that we knew. It was like, "Yo, what you be doing out there?" "Man, I'm teaching the word of the Lord." Hey, one brother used to hide his face behind the sign. Yo, he ain't here right now. He used to hold the sign, like, you know. Hey, but we was young. But now we're bold in this truth. You know, we come out here, we speak this thing boldly. Because we know that it's the truth. And hey, man, I don't care who see me out here. Because when the Lord comes, you ain't gonna be thinking who seen you then. You're gonna be looking for salvation. Like, "Lord, please save me."
Yeah, he said that whoever is ashamed of him,
Yep. Hey, we have to confess Yahweh Shai. We gotta let the world know that Yahweh Shai is the King. And he's coming to destroy this place.
hey, when you read second chapter, he said that
Oh, matter of fact, get that.
the men that second Ezra chapter 2 verse 40.
Sorry.
They say, "Take thy number, O Zion, and shut up those of thine which are clothed in white, which have fulfilled the law of the Lord. The number of thy children, whom thou longest for, is fulfilled. Beseech the power of the Lord, that thy people, which have been called from the beginning, may be hallowed. And I, Esdras, sat upon Mount Zion, a great people whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs."
And that's the Israelites. That's the only thing that it's talking about. Because it tells you in Hosea, the 1st chapter, that the children of Israel should not be measured nor numbered. All right?
It's all good.
It's like downtown.
Salakia for the little wind issues, brothers. Salakia. Yeah. Go ahead. Keep reading, bro.
It say, and in the midst of them, there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest. And upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly.
Yeah, that was Yahweh Shai. You know? Oh, read that part again, Salakia.
It said, and in the midst of them, there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest. And upon every one of their heads, he set crowns.
Yeah, he set crowns. That's Yahweh Shai. And that's going into what? Yahweh Shai physically crowning those men. And that's what the Apostle Paul was speaking about when he said there's a crown of righteousness laid up for me. That's the fulfillment of that. Imagine you, just imagine that for a minute, man. You actually seeing Yahweh Shai and him just coming up to you with a crown. You might pass out. you got Jakes in the world. They used to pass out when they saw Michael Jackson and shit. You know, oh, he's fucking sweating and shit. Come on, man. Yahweh Shai himself? And you mean to tell me you want to stay here? Go ahead.
So I asked the angel and said, "Sir, what are these?" And he answered me and said unto me, "These are they that put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai."
Yeah, they came out of the world. They came out of the ways of modern society. They put on the immortal clothing.
Yep, and you was just saying that we got to come out here and confess his name.
Yeah.
And that's what the scripture was saying. Those people that was getting the crowns was them that was professing the name of Yahweh
Yep.
in the world, in front of men.
Yep.
It say, now they are crowned and receive palms.
Now they are crowned, meaning what? They're kings and princes now. Go ahead.
Then I said to the angel, what young person is it that crowns them and gives them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, it is the son of Yahweh, whom they have confessed
Push
in
this
the
down, give it a
world.
wider base.
Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly on the name of the Lord.
Come on. Read that part again. Slow.
It says, so he answered me and said unto me, it is the son of Yahweh, whom they have confessed in the world.
Yeah, that's who gave out the crowns, Yahweh Shai, the Son of the Most High, who they have confessed in the world, what you see us doing right now. Boldly, by the way, right? Because it takes a real man to come out here and teach this word. You know? That's why there's less Israelites that's teaching this word than more. All right, go ahead.
The scripture said the righteous are below the line. You don't see Christians out here teaching the truth on the streets because they're a bunch of little kids.
Yeah, the prophets of the Lord, we're here to tell you a bad message, all right? America's done. Go ahead.
Well, hey, that's good news. That's the gospel.
Oh, yeah, to them it's bad news. To us it's good. What? America's gonna be this? What?
It's like when Biden came out and said that
The scriptures say, what was it? Babylon, Egypt, you wail your children. You wail your children. You know? Because they're not gonna grow up and enjoy life.
God, it's the worst time to have a kid. Go ahead. Yeah, so we understand that, well, we got to confess Yahweh Shai in this world, man. All right, that's the only, I always mention how the Lord really has us alive to teach His word. That's our main purpose in life. This is our main job. And you still live your everyday life, you take care of your family, you pay your bills, you go to your job or whatever. You do your job as a person of society, but our main job is this. That's why we have to make sure we're doing this on a consistent basis. Because this is your spiritual bank account. You know, you got to build that up. What you had, y'all?
I was holding 1 Corinthians 2nd chapter and 12th verse. Now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the spirit which is of Yahweh. We might know the things that are freely given to us of Yahweh.
Yeah, the spirit of the Most High. When you have the spirit of the Lord, you use the world and not abuse it, right? The scriptures tell us to use the world but not abuse it. You know, if we had the spirit of this world, we'd probably be protesting somewhere right now. We'd probably be protesting the jab peoples of this world. You know? But now, what are we doing? We're doing the works of the Heavenly Father and His Son. Right?
Which things also we speak, not the words which man's wisdom teaches.
Yep.
Well, hey,
Not these scientists. Yeah, it's the scientists, these colleges, you know, they try to use these big words and mesmerize you with their teachings. But really, the scriptures speak about the simplicity of the Yahweh. And Paul spoke about that. Paul was saying not with enticing words, you know, but you can. This word is, if you can receive it, it's simple, man. Now there's deep sayings and dark secrets in the truth, but the basis of it is simple.
Yeah, we read the scripture. It's no big words. Like, the only big words is like the names of the places. It might be somebody with a long ass name.
Yeah, ancient
like
names.
Something like that.
Or the other chronicles, you know, the names and stuff.
Yeah, but other than that, or when it's going through the lineages, once you get past that, it's all small words. It's all simple to understand. It's either you can receive it or you can't.
And that's how the Lord has it set up.
That means the spiritual things that are going on. We're just being led, man. Just being led by the serpent wherever they go.
Yeah, the scriptures tell us to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Right? To be spiritually minded is life and peace. Meaning if you got the spirit of our Lord, Yahweh Shemi Shai, hey man, you're gonna be alright. You gotta just endure to the end. Alright? The scriptures say, he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. And that's talking about amongst your tribe. So get Joshua 1 and 8. That's a good precept. And then Joshua 1 and 8, and then the Apocrypha. We should be thinking about this truth every day, man. Every day your mind you should be thinking about this truth. There shouldn't be a day that goes by where you don't think about this truth, man.
Book of Joshua. But Joshua chapter 1 verse 6. It says, be strong and of a good courage. For unto this people shall thou divide an inheritance the land, which I swear unto their fathers to give them. Only be strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do all the law which Moses.
I was going to say, it says be strong and be courageous. Those are some of the words you might have heard in the world, you know? Strong, bold, courageous. You got to have a feel for this truth, man. Like I always say, you can't make yourself be elect. You're just trying to make yourself do things. No, the Spirit has to come upon you to do things. That's how it works. You can't force yourself to be in the truth. Or you can't force yourself to do videos and force yourself to be brotherly. Because you can tell when somebody is pretending. You know, you're trying to force yourself on the brotherhood. You can't do that. This is a natural feeling. Right?
That thou mayest observe to do all according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper wheresoever thou goest. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night.
Right, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. Now, if you a spiritual man, you know, the laws are automatically going to be in your mind. You're going to think before you do something. That's what that means, because if you in the world, you don't think before you do shit. Well, fuck this nigga bitch. You think nothing of it. You don't think about death, right? You're not a spiritual man. You know, you think no consequences, you know, I'm going to eat my pork, not knowing that's, they don't think. But if we go over somebody's house and they set some food in front of us and they look funny, yo, what's in this? You think, right? You don't want to sin. Or you see another man's wife, the flesh might, if you got a ring on her hand, you might, let me turn this way so I don't look at that. You know? Some people can see the aura of the spirit on you. That's why sometimes you might see people staring at you. They can see something. They can see the spirit.
It say, for then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
Right, you're gonna grow. You know, you're gonna become a more spiritual man. You know, that don't mean you're gonna have $100,000 and 4 cars. Because the Christians might break it down that way. You're going to be prosperous and successful in God. That means in the spirit. You know, you're going to be stable, grounded, rooted. Go ahead.
Have I not commanded thee? Be strong and of a good courage. Be not afraid, neither Be thou dismayed.
Right, man. Hey, brothers that's been on the spirit of brothers lately, talking about the doubt demon. Right? You can't doubt, man. You can't be like, oh fuck, man. You're thinking about everything else except just walk in the spirit.
Now with this mandate, the doubt demon is really good.
Yeah.
Even when you come into a hard time, you might get thrown into jail. You might be on the chopping block about to get your head cut off. You're not supposed to be dismayed because we got the words. The Lord is with us. I'm saying the Lord can deliver you. Like he had Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego go inside the fire sheet. The Lord could have delivered them way before that, but he didn't. He was testing their faith. So you got to go all the way. He said, "Be thou strive for the truth, which is death, and the Lord shall fight for thee." So maybe you got to die.
And if you at the point to where they about to kill you, I mean, I'm only speaking because obviously if you're in that situation, it's gonna be different. But then you should really feel like you're a man of the Lord. If they got you if they got your ass in the guillotine, at that point I'm gonna be like, Lord, I gotta be one of yours. Like I gotta be.
That's what the word said.
There's no way. Like I'm Revelation 20:4 right now. Like the Lord might have it to where you might not even feel it.
Yeah.
That's what Joshua
Yeah,
was saying.
like when I read the book of Acts, the 7th chapter, I think the feeling that Stephen didn't feel him being stoned.
Yeah, I was watching the Dallas Brothers the other day, and that's what the elders in Dallas were saying. The Lord might have it to where you might not even feel some of that day. Because the Spirit will be on you so much that you might get executed, you might not even feel it.
Right.
The Lord can have it that way.
Wake up right here with the Lord, never seeing any shit and shit. You know, the body waiting to come down here. It says, for the Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is with thee, whithersoever thou go.
Wherever you go, the Lord is with you, man. All right? So that's why you can't, that's why the scriptures tell us, fear not him which can kill the body, but fear him which can kill the body and the soul in hell. Esau can only kill your body. Your spirit is going to go right back to the Most High. And we've been taught in this society that death is like the worst thing. Now what? We don't want to die, right? We all want to live. We all want to see Esau's downfall. To be beaten up. Some brothers are going to have that tribulation.
It's better to die for the Lord than to get that second death, because that's what that scripture is talking about.
Yeah.
That second death is what we're trying to avoid, man.
Yeah.
That fire, that's going to destroy your spirit too, and it's going to have to be remade.
This is the book of St. John, chapter 11, verse 25. Yahushua said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believes in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live.
Yeah, so that means if you're one of the Lord's elect, you're going to live forever, really. You know? You're not going to die. All right? That's what that scripture says. If you die, you yet live. Go ahead.
And whosoever lives and believes in me shall never die.
Shall never die.
Believest thou this?
Yeah, do you believe this? That was a question. Yahushua said, believest thou this? And it takes a great man of faith. That's why it tells us in Hebrews 11:6 that without faith it is impossible to believe. If you don't have faith, it's impossible to please the Most High. See, the things that we're saying, that's why people walk past us every day, because the things that we're saying, they don't believe it. That's what happened during the time of Noah. He was building an ark and preaching. And what was people doing? Just walking past, right? Walking past. But then when that shit started to drip from the heavens, they was like, where Noah? You know? We gotta find Noah. You know? But it was just too late.
You got to do, man.
Right?
You got to repent, man.
Yep.
And the Christian church, they don't teach that. They teach as long as you believe in Jesus, you keep doing the same shit.
Yeah.
You just don't kill anybody.
Right.
Like, for real, man.
Hey, really the churches, that spirit of the churches do as thou will. Because if you come and try to correct them on something, they'll say, well, we're not under that. That's the old stuff. We're not under that anymore. That don't matter. You know? But the scriptures tell us that sin is the transgression of the law. The law is forever the Old Testament. So that means that the law is really forever. That's why the Lord said in Hebrews the 8th chapter that he's going to put it back in our inward parts. Okay, so really the law of the Most High is, how do you think the new world is going to be governed? By the laws of the Lord. So that law is not going nowhere. So how dare you Christians try to just throw it out?
The only laws that were so-called done away with were the laws of sacrifice.
Yeah, the sacrifice. Because Yahweh Shai became that. That's right.
That's it.
So you Christians are through, man.
One,
Kodak Black, you ain't an Israelite, man.
not one tittle.
Kodak Black, you ain't an Israelite, bro. We seen your prayer.
You turn back.
It's the book of Daniel, chapter 3, verse 14. Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not you serve my God, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? Now, if you be ready, that at what time you hear the sound of the cornet, the flute, the harp, the psaltery, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the image which I have made.
Oh, so that's Nebuchadnezzar, right? Yeah, Nebuchadnezzar, he wanted them to bow down to the images when the music started playing. He's trying to get all into it. Go ahead.
Well, it say, well, but if you worship not, ye shall be cast the same hour into the midst of the burning fiery furnace.
So they were supposed to basically what? Betray the Most High. Y'all watching y'all shot. Or be thrown in the furnace, right? That sounds like something today. You either take this or be put to death. Or face consequences. Go ahead.
And who is that power that shall deliver you out of my hand?
Right, who is he? Now Nebuchadnezzar, he was set up by the Most High. But he had the spirit like he was the guy. The Most High made him think like that. You know, he was playing out his part. Go ahead.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said unto the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer you in this matter. But if it be so that our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thy hand, O king.
Now the scriptures tell us the Lord said that in that hour it's going to be said to us what we shall speak, right? And that's what they were saying.
It was in the spirit.
They was waiting for the spirit to give them words in their mouth. That's what Yahweh Shai said. In that day and hour, it's going to be given to you what to say. Go ahead.
But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up.
Yeah, and we have to be in that same spirit of not bowing down to the beast.
Yeah, so basically they was like, yo, the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he could deliver us from the guillotine, the fiery furnace, or whatever y'all can set forth. And if not, we still not doing it. And that's how we gotta be.
And I might actually do another video on that movie again, because I gotta watch it, man. That movie, 1999, The Apocalypse or Revelation, it's on YouTube. They had that story in the movie, where they were thrown in the furnace. You know, they mixed it up a little bit, but they had people who wouldn't take the MOTB. They threw them in the furnace, and they were in the furnace just rejoicing and singing.
Yeah, that was a real spiritual movie.
And the Edomite was like, why aren't they? He said, why aren't they burning? He said, turn it up more. And they kept turning the fire up more and more and more. And it was in there rejoicing and singing. They never burnt in the furnace. And those were the ones that didn't take the mark in that movie. Because the Most High, first of all, who made fire? The Most High made fire. You know, so if the Most High don't want you to be burnt, then you won't be burnt, man. But these are things that you really have to have faith in. You can't just say you have faith. You got to show your faith by your works. You know, and that's why we come out here week in and week out during the week. We're constantly doing videos and feeding the sheep because we love Yahweh Shai. You know. Is more there? Now it's basically the point. Yeah, so you know. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they wasn't down for worshiping the other gods, man. Oh, in the Psalms it tells you that the gods of the nations are idols. You know, these other gods ain't gonna deliver you from anything, man. That's why the Lord said during the time of trouble, all you Israelites that worship these other gods, go cry unto the gods of the ones you worship. See if they deliver you. All right, like Caesar Borgia and all these other gods y'all worship. Let me see if they deliver you. Go ahead.
So let's get down to 26. It says, then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High God, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, come forth and come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth from the midst of the fire. And the princes and governors and captains and the king's counselors being gathered together saw these men whose bodies had fire, whose bodies the fire had no power, nor was the hair of their heads singed, neither were their coats changed, nor the smell of fire had passed on them.
They were safe. They were 100% completely safe from the fire. Hey, that kind of sounds like the wilderness. They, in the wilderness, our clothes didn't rent, our shoes didn't get old. That was 40 years. Imagine having a pair of shoes for 40 years and they just stayed. That was the power of the Lord. Because they didn't have closets and things in the wilderness.
The wilderness is dirt.
Right, dirt, trees. That the element probably rained and all that. But the Lord kept everything intact. And that's why we are those same spirits coming back reincarnated. Because those, some of them in the wilderness, they believed, and some of them didn't. The ones that some of them saw miracles and still was like, nah, I don't believe. But some of them did believe.
Then Nebuchadnezzar spake. It said, blessed be the power of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who have sent his angel and delivered his servants that trusted in him.
So even Nebuchadnezzar was like, all right, well, he started bigging them up. Then he understood that that power was real. Okay? There's going to be things that happen in this society where you're going to be like, damn, that's really a higher power doing it.
Khan, Kodak Black is a scorpion. That's right. Shalom to all you brothers in Akwath on the comment board. How about Shema Shabrakatah?
And have changed the king's word and yielded their bodies that they might not serve nor worship any god except their own power.
And that's what these Edomites want you to do. They want you to worship the power structure and the images that they set up. That's one of the things that Christopher Columbus wanted you to do when he came over here. He put up Caesar Borgia and told the Gadites and the Reubenites that this is your power now. And they were speaking Hebrew. That's why he had Columbus had a Hebrew interpreter. One of his interpreters' name was Louis D. Torres, and he was a Hebrew interpreter because they spoke Hebrew. But he brought Cesare Borgia over here and said, "This is Jesus."
Therefore, I make a decree that every people and nation and language which speak anything amiss against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego,
because Yahweh Shai's power was shown, it was established. Remember when we read up, Nebuchadnezzar said, "Who is your power?" He said, "Who is he? Who is this guy?" But then once he saw the power of the Lord, that their coats didn't rent, their clothes was good, their hair wasn't burnt, he said, well, he started bigging up the Lord. What?
He said, anything amiss against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be cut in pieces.
Right. See, he thought, Nebuchadnezzar thought he was the guy. Then he said, he seen the power of the Most High, and he said, no, this is the power. He started giving out threats.
And that was in his whole,
that was his kingdom.
His whole kingdom, throughout his whole kingdom. Anybody fucking even way across at the end of the kingdom say anything against their power.
Yeah. And that shows you that the Lord changed Nebuchadnezzar's spirit. He changed his spirit from like a Pharaoh type spirit, like who is your power? So the Lord changed his spirit and he humbled him. showing you that these, you know, Trump, Biden, these modern day, they ain't shit, man. Oh, the scriptures tell us the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. Their mind is in the hands of the Lord, and he turneth it whithersoever he will. So the Lord turned Nebuchadnezzar's heart.
Who's that guy with in the UK, Boris Johnson, I think his name is. He used to be somebody who was so-called for the people, and then one day he made an appearance with a black guy, painted. And that's supposed to be like some Masonic thing where you cross over to the dark side. And ever since then, they've been doing all the crazy lockdowns over there. Yep.
The Lord, and that's why we can't fear, because the Lord has control over these rulers, man. You know, they may be kicking in doors. The Lord might, your door might not get kicked in.
Hey, in 2nd Ezra 15, it say it's gonna be some that when they come and search your house with the sword, that's gonna get left. That they're not gonna find.
The one brother had the vision. It was a minute ago. I don't know if I remember this video, to where the troops were searching out people that had the mark, and they had it to where the troops basically went into his house, and it was mistaken. The brother and his family was mistaken for another couple who had the mark, but they never had the mark. So the troops was like, "Oh, they got it, they good," but they never had it. Man, the Lord gonna work miracles, man.
Hey, look what's going on with this military right now. House of Clark did that video the other day where one guy came out and said that a whole bunch of pilots were leaving the Air Force, and a whole bunch of people in the military were straight up walking out because they're forcing them to get that stuff. So they'll be short-handed. You know, there'll be people that won't be trained well. You know. It's gonna be a mess.
Look at 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 30. Or as when the vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so, in those days, there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their house with the sword. So it's gonna be people that they just miss, you know, and that's gonna be a blessing to the Lord.
Right. A lot of those people are gonna be the elect, man. Like this juice that they're making everybody take, the Lord might have it to where, you know, we don't really know, man, what's gonna happen, but we know and we believe that the Lord is in our favor. See, this for people, the people that panic, that's supposed to be the people in the world. Like when you watch that trailer from the movie Gray State, it says those who panic die first. Right? If you got a cool head, and you got a cool spirit, and you're not really panicking and bugging out, and you got faith, you're gonna be straight. But if you running around this goddamn store, where's the food? You bending corners with the buggy and shit, ain't no bananas.
Are you robbing people? Are you just
bugging out and shit?
You're gonna have people that start robbing people right
Yeah,
away.
man, you gotta, hey man, chill. The Lord can have it where you walking down the alley and there might just be a bag of groceries right there. You ever just find money and you was broke? Like, come chill, man. The Lord somebody might have been coming out the store with a bag of groceries. They might have got dropped their groceries. Then the person ran off, and then you find the food. Like, it's possible for the Lord to do anything, man. Just gotta have patience.
Hey, look what was going on with remember the riots last year? They had that dude carrying the ATM.
Yeah. Faithless niggas, man. Like, just wild.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 29, verse 11. For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord. Thoughts of peace and not evil, to give you an expected end.
Right. Hey, the Lord said the things that were written aforetime were written for our learning. Here it is. We've been out here 10 plus years pushing this truth, telling you what's going to happen through the precepts. And then when the time comes, you're going to just bug out? That don't make sense. Like the brother mentioned earlier, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. We've been out here telling you for a decade, us brothers in particular, a decade plus, that there's going to be shortages and riots and martial law. But if those times come and we start bugging out, we're going to look like hypocrites. Like I said, that's for the people in the world, man. They're going to bug out. They're faithless. All right? They don't worship the true power. That's for them, man. This is a whole nother side right here. That's why the scriptures say all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Go ahead. That was it. Yeah, get Revelation. And that goes the same thing for the TV. It's like those people ran to get the jab, they were running to get the so hurry up. You know? Go ahead.
Revelation 13:16. And he calls it
Start
all.
up. Start up.
Verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
And the image of the beast is not Cesare Borgia. Because you'll walk up to some of these camps that have a big ass picture of this nigga and it says the image of the beast. That's not the image of the beast. Alright? The image of the beast is this system, this way of living. That's why once you get the mark of the beast, then you're gonna receive benefits and you're gonna be able to do certain things with the image of the beast. If you get the mark, you're gonna coincide with the image. Right?
And cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Right.
And he caused it all.
Oh, Salak, read that last part again.
And cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
So if you saying that the image of the beast is Caesar Borgia, that means they're gonna hold up a big picture and say if you don't worship this, you're gonna be. No, that's not what it's talking about. What it's talking about is if you don't do things that this system wants you to do, they can just put you to death. That's what it's talking about.
These clearly, when we first started coming out here, we were saying that, people like, oh no, they ain't gonna do that shit. They don't want to let you into the grocery store
Right.
if you don't get the jab.
Yeah.
So,
You're not down with the image of the beast. So they saying we don't care if you starve. You're not worshiping the image of the beast. You don't want this juice. We don't care if you starve.
Saying no jab, no jab.
Yeah, no jab, no job.
And it was created that way, man. It was all masterfully planned out. So if you remember last year, during the first round of lockdowns, what were they trying to do? They were trying to choke out the small businesses.
And they did so. They did.
yeah.
They
So
did.
you got to work in them places that got 100
Right,
employees.
if they had the small businesses, somebody could go get a job. What's your job?
Stable. Yeah. Go ahead.
And I did some research for you brothers out there. Those that may encounter that to me. Like, it does, according to my research, again, I'm speaking as man, I don't know for sure, I ain't no fucking lawyer. Basically, independent contractors, Uber drivers and stuff, they're exempt from independent contractors. If you work at like a restaurant that has a franchise owner or something, or a grocery store that is owned by like a franchise owner, that's considered a separate LLC. It's not considered part of a corporation. So you have a problem if I was that. Just to throw that out there.
Well, I heard they you a mailman, they exist for now.
So, but hey, eventually it's gonna trickle down.
Eventually we know it has to get worse.
Esau's got the throat around the neck, and every time he does a mandate, he just squeezes the throat just a little more.
It has to get worse, man. That's why, hey, we gotta pray for the brotherhood. You gotta pray for your family. Pray for your children, or certainly your family, because certainly your family might be demons. But the ones that that's straight. You put up prayers, man. You pray for your children and everything because you want them to be covered by Yahweh Shai. Because ultimately, what Babylon is through. It's done. It's over, man. It's over.
Yeah.
We just taking it day by day. What you been up to, man? I'm taking it day by day. It's day by day at this point. This place is through, man. Everything is dry. Everything is whack. It's tacky. Esau just telling Esau like, I ain't even hiding this shit no more. Here, I'm coming out with a movie about the chip. Here you go. And I'm gonna call it implant. Like here, nigga. This is what I'm about to do to your ass. They're like, here, what you gonna do about it? Like that's how he moving now. He thugging shit. This nigga thugging. Like he used to try to be, I'm gonna come through this way real quick, duck off. Now he just walking through the door like, nigga, what's up?
Yeah, or you might have to like really catch some shit like he might put some shit, but you gotta really catch shit. You gotta pause the shit.
Yeah.
And see, look at this right here.
Right.
And now it's just fucking.
But he created thug culture. He did that. The reason why Jake is out here doing this shit, Esau, that's the real thug. He came over here with guns. This nigga came over here with guns and said, "Get down and lay down. This is my shit. I'm taking this."
And he still got it.
And he still got it. He's the real thug.
And he ain't about to lose it.
But this nigga, it's the same nigga that will get out of his car and see you and hit the lock button. It's the same nigga, like, man, come on, man. But guess what? The Lord, the scriptures, not the scriptures, there's a saying in the world, the bully always get bullied, right? Eventually his day is gonna come. So now, Yahweh Shai gonna come down the block and see Esau little bitch ass, and he gonna get bullied. And he gonna take his shit.
The scriptures say that he that oppresseth the poor approacheth his maker.
That's right.
And the Most High is going to turn the tides, you know, because he's going to reap what he sows.
Eddie Murphy traded places.
What would these Rothschilds be able to do without their money? Let's say their bodyguards were like, you know what, we're sick of these motherfuckers. We're sick of sitting outside the room listening to them do that gross shit to children. And they just let the people get it. What could they do? What are they going to do when the Lord sends the angels down here, man? To let the elect, which will have spiritual power, to take them out, put them in fetters and chains of iron. Right?
Isaiah chapter 33, verse 1. It says, "Woe unto you that spoil, it was not spoiled, and deal treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to being into dealing treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee."
Right. Because, okay, it was prophecy that we were going to be overtaken and, you know, things were going to happen to us. But really, when you look at it, Esau took it to another level, you know, and the Lord made him do that. He took it to another level, but he's going to have to pay for that. Where does it say, the Lord requires that which is past? You know, and his track record is bloody, man. His track record is bloody, you know. And the kingdom is gonna be glorious, man. It's gonna be a glorious establishment. All right, we have to start thinking the bigger picture, man. The longer you in this thing, the longer you suffer for righteousness' sake, you begin to see how fucking whack this place is. Like, this shit is whack. I don't know how else to put it. It's like, it has to be something else. It has to be, man. You can have a couple dollars in your pocket. You can have a nice car, a little house. This shit's still whack. Like, what's the best you can do in this society? I got a Lamborghini and a mansion, and I can go around the world and eat GMO food and steak and pie. That's the best they can do in this society, man. What about having spiritual power? What about being sovereign? You got these rich ass Israelites. You got to pay taxes on your mansion, right?
Yeah.
That's supposed to.
It ain't your mansion.
Yeah, you got this. You know, Rick Ross got that big ass estate. He got to pay taxes on that shit, man. If he don't make enough money, he can lose that. It's not gonna be like that in the kingdom, man.
Shaq had to sell his mansion, man, because it was costing him like $18 million a year to keep it up.
It's not gonna be like that in the kingdom. Things are gonna when something belongs to you, it's gonna belong to you. Right? If you Floyd Mayweather, he got a fleet of black cars and a fleet of white cars. If that nigga don't pay that car insurance, what's gonna happen? Let me get that. That's not gonna happen in the kingdom. So are these dudes actually living? No, man. They're not really living. We're gonna actually live in the kingdom of heaven, man. When something belongs to you, it's gonna be yours. That plot of land is gonna be yours. We ain't gonna be paying taxes on the land every year. You know? We're gonna keep the land Sabbath. We're gonna do things the right way, man. That's what we should be excited for. Alright? Well, we know the times are gonna have to get darker before they get light. We gotta just make it through the dark tunnel. And then, hey man, if we come out on the other side, we're gonna be established as men of the Lord. Yeah. I didn't know you had more.
Revelation 13 and 16, when he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
So this charagma, this mark is going to be used for buying and selling. That's really what it's going to come down to. Because if you live in a society and you can't buy or sell, you fucked. Right? That's how it is. If you can't go to the store and get some water, or go to the grocery store and get some food, you're gonna be like, yo, what am I gonna do? But it's written that the men of the Lord, my servants are gonna eat, my servants are gonna drink. So it's not for us to get that mark, man. The mark we want is in Ezekiel 9:4, the mark, the Tawah, which is to be exempt from the judgment. Because there's a judgment for taking this mark. All right, and that judgment is death. You know, fire and brimstone, poured out without mixture.
That no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast.
Right, here is wisdom. This is a jewel. Here's a jewel. This is wisdom. Go ahead.
For it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
And that man is the beast man. And we know the 666 goes into the UPC, the Universal Product Code, which is on every barcode on everything you buy.
Which is on your birth certificate too.
Yep.
If you were born past a certain year.
Yep.
Just let you you people that think that you're all free now.
And I believe, is it the birth certificate that's printed on bank paper? Or the Social Security card? Birth certificate? Yeah. Which means that ultimately you're property to the elites. Really, we property of Yahweh Shemi Shiloh, man. Because Esau, he ain't doing shit. You know? But with that, all right, we're going to close it up. Lord willing, you brothers were edified this week. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Spirit. Shalom to the hopeful elect. And we'll see you brothers next week out here on the highways and the byways, Lord willing. Shalom.